What if the safest place in your life is actually where the horror starts? Welcome back to The Final Cut, your daily post in horror. I'm Travis, and today we're talking about Shudder making big moves ahead of a major festival, a horror concept turning your home into the threat, and a real-world controversy that shows just how far horror marketing can go. Let's get into it. Shudder is loading up ahead of the Overlook Film Festival, and they've just picked up 3 new horror films that tell you exactly where the genre is heading. First is Parasomnia, directed by James Ross II, starring Jasmine Matthews and R.J. Brown. The story follows a woman dealing with night terrors who begins to suspect that what's haunting her has crossed into the real world, especially after her best friend goes missing. Then there's Goody Goody from director Raymond Creamer, starring Colin Foy and Samantha Robinson. This one traps a family inside during a home birth while a blizzard rages outside and something starts to go very wrong inside the house. And the third title, New Group, is also part of this acquisition wave, continuing Shudder's push into smaller, concept-driven horror. All 3 films are expected to hit the platform later this year. The reason why this matters, because Shudder continues to be one of the strongest pipelines for indie horror voices right now. My question for you guys, though, is the future of horror being built in theaters or on platforms like Shudder, Screambox, and the like? Let me know your answers in the comments ahead. Quick reminder, Grub has Day of the Dead, Slither, and Them all available for pre-order on 4K. Head over to the website, use one of the links on Horror Movies Uncut. You'll get 15% off the minute you get to the site. Get you some real media, folks, because it still matters, and pick it up, physical media, over at Grub. Now, this is a concept that hits a little too close. A film adaptation of the game Home Safety Hotline is in development from Spooky Pictures, Image Nation, and Longevity Pictures. It's being directed by Michael Matthews, known for Love and Monsters, with a script from Nick Tassoni. The premise? A lonely man takes a job as a phone operator for a home security company, only to realize they don't protect people from burglars. They protect them from monsters inside their homes. Produced by names like Roy Lee and Steven Schneider, this isn't just a small concept film. It's built on something primal. The fear that your home isn't safe. Not at night, not ever. So, my question for you guys is, what scares you more? Something outside trying to get in, or something already inside? Let me know your answers in the comments ahead. Fanatical still has the 2K publisher sale live, mystery bundle running, and major discounts on Resident Evil titles, all during their spring sale deals. Head over to Fanatical, get yourself some gaming, comics, and everything else that falls into those categories. Let them know Horror Movies Uncut and The Final Cut sent you. All right, another real world horror story. If you listened to the one yesterday about the canines, here's another one. In Jakarta, promotional posters for the film Aku Harus Mati, which translates to I Must Die, have been pulled down after public backlash. The campaign featured phrases like I must die, sell my soul for wealth, paired with disturbing imagery. Officials including Daya Pusparintini from the Indonesian Child Protection Commission raised concerns that the messaging could impact children, especially those unable to properly process what they're seeing. And this isn't random. Data shows rising levels of suicidal thoughts and attempts among young people in the region. So what started as horror marketing turned into a real conversation about responsibility. Because horror doesn't exist in a vacuum, it exists in the real world with real people seeing it. So, my question for you guys, where is the line between effective horror marketing and going too far? Let me know your answers in the comments ahead. Today's take: horror is doing two things at once. It's getting more creative and more real. And sometimes those two things collide. What kind of horror hits hardest for you? Dream versus reality horror, home invasion safety, psychological real world horror, or classic supernatural? Vote now on Spotify, and if you got something we should cover, DM us at HMUNCUT. Might end up on the show. Follow us at HMUNCUT and follow me personally at Travis Nyquil with an extra L on X for more daily horror updates. And as always, head over to Horror Movies Uncut website for the articles, including our review, which is up right now for Faces of Death. Support the show, support the Patreon by searching Horror Movies Uncut on that platform. We'll be back tomorrow to wrap up the week already. You know the drill, more headlines, more updates, but until then, do one thing for us: keep the lights on.